With me is Professor Penny Green from Queen Mary University of London. She's studied the persecution of the Rohingya minority for years and carried out fieldwork in Myanmar. And Penny, you were just saying to me you've seen some very recent footage of what's happening to people.
Yes, some very credible footage that we had access to this morning, which shows literally hundreds of thousands of fleeing Rohingya on the border of the Naf River trying to get across to Bangladesh. I mean, just groups of women, children, men, absolutely terrified and desperate to leave the terror that the Burmese military is currently inflicting on the Rohingya. What
is the role or the responsibility of Aung San Suu Kyi here?
Well, Aung San Suu Kyi is the state councillor. She is the de facto head of Myanmar. And in that sense, she has ultimate responsibility, I think. I have seen nothing to suggest that she is trying to curtail the actions of the military. It's her military, though she doesn't actually control the military in the sense that that's one department that is controlled by the military itself. Nonetheless, she has made no efforts to curb the appalling razing of villages, the burning of villages, the terror that's being inflicted in northern Rakhine State. We've seen no evidence at all from Aung San Suu Kyi that she sees this as a problem.
Perhaps she does see some of the Rohingya as a problem. Just when we're looking at the insurgent army, Arakan or ARSA, it is being pointed out that the leader of this insurgent group is a Pakistani who was educated in Saudi Arabia. The government, Aung San Suu Kyi, talk about fears of extremism.
We know very little about ARSA. We know that it's small. They declare that they are simply fighting the Burmese government, that they are not part of a global Islamist conspiracy. And I think that Aung San Suu Kyi's emphasis and focus on ARSA is extremely disingenuous. I mean, the real terror that is being perpetrated in Myanmar at the moment is terror that is state-initiated. It's the terror that is being exercised by the military, by the security forces, by militant nationalist Rakhine monks and nationalists. These are the people who are destroying Rohingya villages, forcing Rohingya villagers out of their region, forcing them across the border, killing hundreds, thousands, over 1,000 have now been killed in the past 4 days.
What about thinking about what pressure might have an impact? I've just been sent news wires coming through talking about Islamic countries across Asia calling on the Burmese government to end this crackdown. Foreign ministers of Pakistan, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Indonesia, all today, in fact, demanding a swift resolution and a pullback from this repression, call it what you will.
Yes, and I think that there are many more than simply those governments. I mean, many people across the world who follow the situation of the Rohingya are absolutely appalled by what we've seen since last October, for example, when violence against the Rohingya escalated. Since that period, there's been a militarization of northern Rakhine State. This is planned, and I think we need to really recognize this. This is not sporadic violence. This is planned violence on the part of the state. It's worth stating that Rakhine State is rich in mineral and other natural resources. And it's also worth noting that burnt land reverts back to the ownership of the state.
Important to note, and thank you for giving us that bigger picture from your experience of the state. Penny Green, thank you.
Thank you.
Now,